And we are live.
Ooh.
This will be slightly different because we have no Chris tonight. I'm just hoping everything's okay with him. So I have my good friend, the ShadowWiz tonight, Rory. So we're going to kind of talk about your customs a little bit.
Yeah.
See if we can have any ideas
About
from the guys in the chat as well.
yeah. Would be fun, right?
Well, it should be. And
Kinda
some
it's
of the
kinda what we
ideas that you've
do all night.
been talking about over the last couple of days with myself, I really kind of wait to see what you do with them.
Hmm.
I kind of wait to
Like I
see what
said,
you do.
I still need to think a little bit how I'm going to do it, but I think real cloth is the right way to go this time. Just to see, and they're cheap. So I'm
Yeah, I
just
mean, it should. The ideas that you've kind of get for your other ranger things that you're doing, it should work. As you were saying
yeah.
before we went live, kind of thing. It's the quality. You need to see what the quality is going to be like first, and
Hmm.
if it's going to work. But
Especially those straps and the holsters.
I know you have magic, so you'll make something that looks kind of crappy, amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best for that.
Oh, definitely.
Because I just because this one it's gonna be the Shelby one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is this the second one that you bought?
yep. But only the head is what I need now. So because I'm gonna use that Blink figure that I showed off many times before this one. This is gonna be the main body
Mm-hmm.
for the project. So just gonna lose the skirt, keep that for another project. And she has open hands, so she could dual wield swords. So I found those pink swords and I thought this really might work.
Oh, definitely, man. You got that spear that was technically a keyring, and you managed
Yeah.
to use that as a weapon. So
That's still one of the better
I
ones
don't
I
know
got.
how anybody would like that as a keychain, to be honest. It's just too big.
This is just what a keychain that is. Way too big. They are nice. The swords that I ordered are from the same line, so they should scale.
Oh, here
At
was
first,
a.
I was at first I was thinking like, oh, it's Shelby. Let's give her like a pink spear or something like that, or lance,
Mhm.
and um, put her on a Triceratops because that's her dinosaur. But then I was looking at the prices for the Triceratopses, and I was like, okay, no, it's getting too far.
It's the
But
only thing with some of the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. You can maybe get away with getting some of the, like the chami ones, like the cheaper
mm,
ones. But I don't know how the scale would be with a 6 inch figure kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, because the scale is really off. It's like those raptors; they could work like dogs, almost. A little bigger, but
It's like the Raptors that you've already picked up and showed. I think it could work.
oh yeah,
The idea that you had for them, I think it could work.
especially that Mega Raptor.
Mm. Because I was actually talking to Dave about like the Jurassic Park stuff, and it's like some of the
Yeah,
bigger dinosaurs, aye, like that would it, it would work.
yeah,
You're not getting until you start messing about with it and seeing what's best for it. I kind of when I was talking to Dave earlier on, he gave me a quick tinkle just to see how it was and all that.
mm.
I kind of started talking about like the Jurassic Park stuff, like the Hammond collection and that. And he says try to get somewhere like the bigger dinosaurs. They say it's all right getting like between the 4-inch and the 6-inch dinosaurs. They're not an issue, but when you start looking at the bigger ones, that's the ones that are harder to come by.
Yeah, like the T-Rex.
Hey, Mr. D. Talk of the devil, and it will appear. Evening, Dave. I hope you're enjoying your holiday.
He probably is.
But it's like with myself, you've kind of got me into the customizing stuff.
Yeah.
And I've done
got
quite
you
a
into
few,
it, and then you were
one,
doing things, and you brought me back to it as well with new ideas.
I'll just put myself on the big screen. So the one I've been working on is this one. I mean, this is an old Stratos that was kind of broken, so I'm going to use this as a vehicle for my Harley Quinns.
That will work out so perfectly.
Because the idea, this is just for an example, but the idea is to actually give it wheels.
Yeah.
Just don't know how. I might have to get, maybe when I go to the charity shops or the boot sales, try and see if I can look out for a monster truck.
Yeah. I think that'll work.
I have got a couple of ideas how to maybe extend these, so use these ones. But no, this is just something. The thing was broken, so I thought I would try and bring it back to life somehow.
Spice it up a little bit. Yeah.
And you know, with me in the Harley Quinn section, man, I'm a bit obsessed with it.
Yeah. It works out well, like the Stormtrooper.
Oh, you missing me? Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait till you come back, Dave. So much better without the peaky comedian, but still heroes.
I hope Peaky is doing well.
Yeah, I hope he's okay, like, but it's just time will tell. But like, remember, I've already kind of showed these off umpteen times, but this is the one I was more kind of chuffed with. Getting something that was like a cheap, nasty toy and actually
making it
more better.
Still, when you finish that with that wash as well, that is going to do wonders for that thing.
And this will be another one that's kind of in the progress as well. I just kind of need to fix the head a little bit. But this will be a poison ivy to go with the Harley Quinn Trooper that I did.
Yeah.
I like them, and the head's a little bit not in scale with what that I want, so I may have to play a bit with it just to get it right.
It is cool.
But then have you seen I've started making my own Ranger team as well. It's just, as I say, it's just for shits and giggles kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't like those. I don't like the figures, the toys that they come out for the 2017 Ranger movie. And they were just sitting there doing nothing kind of thing. So I decided to put a Harley Quinn head on the Pink Ranger and a Joker head on the Red Ranger.
Just give it a little spin like that. And...
Right. What is he saying? ShadowWiz rules. What's it? As that's the best toy in your... Question, ShadowWiz, anything new?
Oh,
Lack, my brother. Hopefully we'll get Lack on at some point soon, once he's kind of his schedule's free, we'll get Lack on.
Would be nice. Got these two, Dave.
I'll put you on the big screen so everybody can see your glorious.
So they're not going to be like this for long, because I'm going to give them both a paint job. See if I can make them. I kind of want to make this Tiger Stripe from Lost World. So
I'd be on
this one I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, I mean, it's just... It's alright doing like the Zords, Rory, and like the action figures kind of thing, but that's slightly something that's kind of out your comfort zone, isn't it? The dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But I know that I've seen some of your paint work, man, and those you'd make those things from an amazing.
Being surrounded here by all the animals.
Awesome raptors. Baz. But it's not like me, but I've only got a couple of things this week. So I picked up another one of these, Rory.
What? Alternation.
What? Yeah, I picked up this one. Oh. I picked up that one, I think it was last week.
Thanks, Larry.
So I picked up Shan. I'm going to try and going to try and see if we can get the whole wave of these, if I can. I'm going to try and get another spare one for Dave as well. And what was it? And I picked up this Cody Rhodes as well from B&M's. It's just like the old Galoob from in LGN wrestlers that come out.
I don't know that much about wrestling.
No, but for $12.99, man, I mean, these usually go for between 25 quid kind of thing, So
yeah,
I thought it would be a nice little.
That is a deal.
Picked a couple of bits up from the charity shop. So I got a Chris Benoit. It's like one of the. But let's see if you can notice. There's something weird about this figure.
It feels like a flip hat.
Take a closer look at his arms.
Oh.
Oh, these things are fucking solid. Man. This one is probably one of the rare ones because he's got two right arms.
Oh.
I didn't notice it. I didn't actually notice it when I picked it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I do it that way, you'll see.
Yeah. Ah, damn.
So I was trying to figure out what wrestler it was. So when I was doing some research, man, some folk were saying is that there is certain ones that were rare because he had two left hands or two right hands.
Damn.
It's just a weird fucking. I got it for the wee boy because he loves these wrestling figures. And I thought with a flip head, I've never seen these before.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a couple of Mario figures. So I got Boom Boom.
Oh, they're movable.
I've got the Bowser. I got Bowser's Castle that come with the Bowser figure, and then I bought Lenny when I got the castle and found these in the charity shop. I know that's a Koopa as well, but it's not like one of the main characters. I think his name was Spike.
Yeah, that's the one that always gets the spike ball out, right?
Yeah. I thought it was a part of like the Koopa family. to go with Cooper, but I believe that even though he's a Cooper, he's not a part of the like the Cooper, the kids kind of thing.
No, more one of the henchmen, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
No. Oh, that's fun.
I hate when this happens. Right, I've kind of lost.
Lost track.
I've lost track. There you go. That was the last question we were on.
No, but
Talk of the devil, and it will appear.
Yeah.
Evening, lads. Sorry, I'm not there tonight. Don't worry about it, Chris. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
It's always
I
fun.
I got PK. How are you doing? Is that bad? So let's. ShadowWiz. Awesome. Shazam. Just ordered the Nick and Ming the Merciless.
Ming the Merciless.
Nah, they've done a Flash Gordon line as well.
Seriously?
Ming, they've done Ming the Merciless. They've done Flash.
Ah, that's cool.
They've done Phantom. I think they've done another one, but I can't remember who it was. I think there was four in the line. I know when they come out, a lot of folk were having issues with them because some of the joints were really loose. But I think they've sorted that out now.
Quality problems are always an issue.
Yeah, right. Make it.
That was fun seeing the wrestling figure. Made me think about the flip hats.
That's Baz Lightyear for you. It's kind of weird because I'm not really. This week I've not really picked anything up for the weekend kind of thing. It's only been the last couple of days that like I picked the wrestler up at the weekend night. And that was the only thing I picked up, and then I went in and I started that Christmas shot shit. So I went in there to try and see if I could get something for my youngest niece. She's only 4 months old, so I ended up just picking another one of them up. So I'm going to pick one up for Dave as well when I go back. Because I don't think Dave's got any of those alternation figures in his collection yet. So. Some of them look okay. Some of them probably look kind of crappy, but I do like the weird toy lines that you've never heard about, but they've been out for years.
Well, that's always fun when we talk. You always bring up we're talking shows, and you always have something like a figure or. It's so cool because a lot of shows I didn't even know there were toys of, and you just show it, and it's like
my next custom. That would be an interesting one. I did attempt to try and make a Buzz Lightyear figure to go with the Woody that I done.
Oh yeah.
But the head wouldn't technically fit on the body properly, so I had to kind of modify it a little bit so it would actually fit in the body. Fortunately, I don't have that on hand to come and show off.
Oh, that's a shame.
But like the idea that you've kind of said for your Shelby is that my Woody has a companion.
What is that?
That's the lanyard toy line. I mean, it was all soldiers kind of thing. It was like a knockoff G.I. Joe back in the day. But it's like the more modern ones are just kind of got 5 points articulation, not a lot of. But they've done a dinosaur line for it. prehistoric kind of line that they started using dinosaur DNA to bring the dinosaurs back, blah, blah, blah. You've got like a King Kong style cyborg that I've got somewhere as well that I want to kind of repaint that as well. But then I forgot I had this. It's just when we were talking about your idea, it's like, you know, I've already got one that's actually got the saddle and everything. And I say, so that'll be Woody's.
It works out well. Really well. Sometimes you just have to think out.
I love that, man. That's Woody 2.0 because I've got Woody 2.1. That was just a figure that the head, somebody chewed the head. So I just basically stripped it down and put the spare Woody head that I had on that one. Just to see what it was kind of turn out look like. But it's actually turned out better than what I thought. What's that? The Cars or Rancor's Keepers. Cars Bald Head or Rancor's Keepers. That's kind of a tough one. I say Rancor Keeper because I would love to have been a Rancor Keeper. I would love to have one of those big and pet things.
Would be a cool thing, right?
Buzz Lightyear, what's the empty space behind you where the Castle Grayskull was? That's just a little project. I've moved the castle to a safer place.
Just noticed that, right?
I don't know if I've kind of just been messing about, putting stuff out to see what's what, but I was just tidying things up, so I've just shut them further now.
It is cool you have those three together now.
That was the idea. I was actually going to put some Star Wars stuff there, but with those big Star Wars figures, I can't get them into these because they're too big. So it's the only way I can have them is either up here, but I would want to have them in the background anyway, so folk can actually see what you've got. Loving the creativity. Well,
thanks.
Here's on about you for a toy.
That's cool to see what you have there.
This one's just kind of this will be for Lat because I know Lat likes these werewolves, but I fucking love these things.
Which series is that?
You're not going to believe it, but this is from Doctor Who.
Okay.
This was the episode. I can't remember the name of the episode, but this is the episode with the werewolves. I have showed these off a few times, and a lot of people thought they were from. Was it Foot Soldier? You know, the werewolf movie that they did with when they went to Scotland and Dog Soldiers. That's it. A lot of folk have thought they were from Dog Soldiers kind of thing, but no. Be back, my friend. Gonna set up my daughters to watch She-Ra for the. She-Ra was He-Man's twin sister. Awesome werewolf. Every time I've got 3 of them so far, but every time I see them, I'm gonna pick them up. Those werewolves.
Pick our Star Wars.
I'll pick up the Star Wars ones, but I'll pick up the werewolves as well because really the only thing they've not got any wrist articulation. Their hands are basically in one position, but it's because you can have them on all fours or standing on the hind legs. It'd have been better if they had a swivel in the wrist so you can actually pose them a little bit better. I need that figure for sure. Just look, if you're looking for them, like just put in Doctor Who werewolves. I don't think they're expensive.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely, David, check it. Name one toy you guys always get, no matter what.
Well, lately, Kamen Rider.
You've went very deep into that rabbit hole for those at the moment.
Yeah. First at 01 and now Geats. It's, yeah.
Probably for me would probably be He-Man. I've kind of really got back into the He-Man stuff. But even I did say today is that I probably would only get one figure from that CGI He-Man figure, and that would be Trapjaw, and that would be it. But as soon as I seen those figures, it's like, you know what? I have to get a He-Man Skeletor because it just kind of remind me of the old 90s toys. Big, bulky, chunky. That's the only way I got them. And right now I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 of those figures now. And I'm middle picking them up, picking up the Revelation stuff and the Origins when I see them.
Yeah.
That He-Man's will probably always be one of my favourite because it's one of the cartoons you grew up with.
Yeah.
Between that and Thundercats. It's from the episode 2 Claw, that's it.
Vicky always knows.
I wasn't too sure if Chris was still in the chat because I know him and he's a big Doctor Who guy. Kind of knows a good bit about them.
Federal Playmobil.
Picky missed your intro, but you're okay.
Yeah, he's always good with the intros.
Chris just needs some time.
Yeah.
That's all. So, the ideas that you had that we were talking about. So, how did you come up? What made you go for the cloth closing for this one?
Just seeing that Blink figure, I didn't really see any options because I want to make her a little bit like that Aisha one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking around for other options, other figures, and I couldn't really find anything that I wanted. And somehow I just tried and put 1/12 scale on AliExpress and seen what they had. It took some searching for a long time, but I found the closed set that I think will work.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just have to repaint the what is her name? The the Blink one. We're just gonna just repaint her and give her those real clothes and see how it works.
No,
Especially the straps and things like that. I really want because in the Aisha has her power blaster. I'm really thinking of giving Shelby her Dino Charger or the gun she has there.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be holstered like Aisha's power blaster is also. So, and
I
I
can kind
even
of
want
picture. I can kind of picture the figure in my head. What's kind of going to look like, kind of thing. It's one of those. It's one of those
it's
things. It's like if that kind of
not
if it
gonna
was
be
to go
really
away, then
Gamo
it
like
might be
because
a thing if I'm in kind of try myself.
yeah, you could for one of those Harlequins, but
Mm. Well, I do
I just
actually. Man,
harder to find it in the right scale.
I actually do have a wrestling figure that kind of doesn't need much customizing. That could probably do something with that. because it's got the same color of hair as Harley. It's kind of got one of Harley's newer costumes, kind of thing. That she kind of wears, one of her skimpier outfits, as we say.
Yeah. Yeah, you might try.
It's like myself. Every time I go into the box, it's got the Marvel figures in it. And I keep saying, I could make something decent out of this, but I don't know what. Because there is some Marvel figures that I do have, and it's like the body's not on scale. It's not on scale with anything. The heads, fair enough. Some of the head sculpts are actually not too bad, but some of them look really. Especially the bodies, because they keep, for certain Marvel figures, they just keep using the same body type. They don't change it.
There's a lot of repaints there.
I think I've got like 3 Spider-Mans, and it's the exact same body, just a different color scheme. Kind of thing.
I think it's with a lot of figures. I mean, even in the Lightning collection, basically all the same bodies. And
I've also passed up Britain's figures, also the. It's like the Britain figures, man. Those things are expensive. Some of the older ones are expensive.
Which one?
The Britain figures are just little figurines. It's just like the, you know how you used to get like the old cowboy and Indian toys when we were younger. They're kind of like that, but they're more detailed. They've got more paint on them. But some of them go for crazy money. Because talking about Britain, I have one here that I just noticed. This was just like in a random bag that I got, and I put them on big screens. It's harder to see these. So this is like the farmer. And this, I can make this. I think this one is from 1978. So this is an old piece of plastic.
There is more paint on there. You can see that. Was even more.
These have just put more. They've just put more paint on them and kind of thing, eh? But I know some of these can go for stupid money over here. Just depends on what you've got, kind of thing. So true. Is it? Is Peaky okay? I was late. Yeah, Peaky's fine. He's just having a few weeks off, kind of thing.
Just taking it easy.
He's on the DC already. Not right now, Dave. Is it Harley Quinn Buzz Lightyear? I'm working on it in the UK. The music is Shira is for superior than more.
So long ago.
Got his shotgun. Yeah. See, that's well, those, because these are all kind of soft. I'm actually quite surprised that the shotgun's actually still attached, especially for something that's nearly 30-40 odd years.
Yeah.
Probably come out roughly when Star Wars came out. That did.
$40 for a figure like that?
That's what they say. I thought aye. Some of these go for crazy money. As like just says, some go for £100. You wouldn't think something that small would be that expensive.
Well, if they are still in good shape and mean you say they're really old, then
He is. Is it patient? I love that fig bag. I've never seen that one.
that's the pouch.
Oh, it was just a random bag of figures that I got, and that was in it. Anything. And I just kept it. So I think there was a hen in the bag as well, but that was a more modern one. So that's
Huh?
it's actually not too. It's in no too bad condition. There's a couple of like paint wear here and there, but nothing major that nobody can fix if they want to fix them up. Is it always nice to see other toy lines on a live chat? Oh, definitely.
Huh? 32 scale.
As we've said every week, and when we do our own little chats, usually on a Friday, man, we all collect different stuff.
Yeah.
We all collect weird toy lines or weird action figures.
Basically.
Because if you want a weird toy line, these are Craig Grocery Gang. But these are just these kind of remind me of the old toy line, the Food Fighters. So that's the only reason I kind of picked these up. Because with this one, you can actually open him up and then fold in his arms and legs so he becomes a donut.
Oh, no.
And then you've got, I think this is like Major Fry. So he's basically fries. Yeah, I've got a couple of like pizza guys. I've got one. It's quite chewy gooey. That's basically like a bubble gum kind of thing.
Never seen that line. Well, I've seen you shown them off a few times, and every time I'm like, kind of reminds me of some old toys they
One I was
have.
about to show you is he's at the back, but he's like he's a pizza, but he's like a Terminator. He looks like a Terminator. I'm trying to.
Okay. Pizza that looks like
This
a
is like
Terminator.
T2000 pepperoni pizza.
Oh man.
And they all come with like majority of them will come with like a mini version of themselves. Because the way they did the toy line is that it was like a YouTube thing that it was a YouTube like mini series. So they all looked like this, and then they basically got this goo stuff that basically transformed them into that. But this guy's future kind of thing. So you've got the normal pizza guy that's a good guy, and he's like the bad guy, like a bad variant of him.
Sometimes you don't know what they use to think up things like that, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, when I seen that like robot, like Terminator style one, it's like that's what kind of sold it for me. And
yeah, that's just a crazy idea.
You don't get them as much often as they used to be. The kind of some of them are quite hard to come by. You can get them on eBay and that, for about 10, 12 quid kind of thing. But you used to get them in the shops for like 3-4 quid. Because nobody was kind of buying them, so they kind of ended up reducing them. So I picked up a few. They've got like I've got like a meatball guy. I've got a couple of pizzas. There was even done like an insect an insect from, I think that was series 2 or series 3, that the bad guys were like insects. The first ones were like hoovers and vacuums and stuff.
Okay.
I can't remember what the season 2 or season 3 was like the Terminator guy coming back for the future to take over the world kind of thing, and then like the guy that looks like the fries, he's like a different. He was from, I think that was, again, I can't remember if it's season 1 or season 2. Dave will probably tell us. He probably knows a little bit more about that than myself. But
I really never.
it's called. What's it? Anything different you would like to get into? That's actually quite a tough one, because there's a few other toy lines I've been kind of looking at, but some of them are quite expensive.
That's always. If I would have more space, I might go back into Gundams. Because I love building those things. Kind of those Kamen Rider builder kits took over for that. So it's basically the same as the Gundam. It's the same company. So
I may pronounce this wrong, but there is one line I would like to get into, but I know they're quite expensive, but I'm sure it's from a company called Joy, but it's like big mechs, like big robot mechs, but they go for between 130 to like 400 quid, depending on what mech you go for. And they also do like pilot packs as well, like you get like 6 pilots, so you can kind of customize. It's like a big, you can customize the mechs as well. You can, if you got 2, you can basically take guns off them and armor off them and swap them around. But it is an expensive. It is an expensive line. Probably wasn't expensive when it came out, but now it's expensive to pick them up.
No.
But I'd love to get one for the collection, even if it's just one. But to just follow on for that question for Dave, is I'm actually kind of interested in this new you know how they're doing the Avatar 2 movie.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed they're doing another toy line for it as well. And some of the stuff for that line looks really nice. They're doing the big combat, like robotic mech thing with the pilot, so I'm kind of interested in getting one of those once they come available over here. I think they don't come out until, I think it's like the end of December, beginning of January before those are here.
You mean that big mech from the first movie as well?
Yeah. I know it's Amazon has got them up for pre-order now, eh? I know they did do an original toy line when the first movie came out, so I think they're reissued some of the first stuff for the first toy line into this new one. Because like the general guy from the original movie, I've seen his in figure, and man, that thing looks badass. Man, it's right. It's got every detail that you need on it, right down to the actor's face, man. It looks really. But then again, it could be another rabbit hole I want to avoid.
It's always with those toy lines. You start with something new, it's always dangerous.
Amazon photos. So anything come at the right price. Oh, I totally agree with Dave. I just have to keep. If I really want one of those Joy make things, I just have to kind of keep looking and see if I can get a good price on one.
Yeah.
I know I can get them for Amazon kind of thing. Amazon does sell them, but they're all coming for Japan kind of thing. But the main thing I'm kind of more looking forward to either the end of this year, hopefully, or by the middle of next year is getting that Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain from the Mega Blocks. But to get the two of them, it's going to cost me about 700 quid because the Snake Mountain's like four. It's free. It's 300 quid.
Go fake Lego, right?
Right.
Can we say that?
I forgot to say hey, Si.
Hey.
Si is in the chat. Si and Lack. Gravy boat for Christmas. What?
Not really active.
Hey, I'm late, but hope you've been having a good stream.
No,
not Chris today, unfortunately. I have a helmet with gravy boats on this day. I could just picture that, Lack. Only white.
Breakfast gravy.
Ken, I mean, I know I hear a lot of American friends that talk about like gravy and biscuits. I would love to try that, just to see exactly what it actually is.
Gravy and biscuits?
Toy Joy. That's it. Dave was right. I thought it was Joy Joy. It's Toy Joy.
Toy Joy. Yeah, look up.
Bottom stations love acid rain. Anyone have those?
No.
I'm not actually too sure about that one. Ronaldo. I was just saying hello. Dave, the cowboy line from Chicken Fry Guys. Chicken Fry Toys.
I don't know. Oh, Lance is there too.
Oh, hey, Lance.
Hey, man.
Another good friend, Scuba Pete. Hope you're doing well. Well, I've got a toy fair in 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It's either 4 or 5 weeks. And if everything kind of goes to plan, hopefully Si will be up that weekend. We'll go to that toy fair. I'm going to kind of have a look out for certain toy lines I've been looking at for a while. So never know, you might find some.
Just have to talk a lot about it, like the crash dummy thing.
Well,
no.
There's one toy line, and I'm not too sure. Is it Cowboys from something?
Moo Mesa or something?
That's it. When I was there with my nephew a few months back, the guy did have a couple. And I wished I went back and got them. I kind of regret not picking them up. But he wanted like 30 quid each for them, eh?
Oh, okay.
They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all, but I kind of wish I went back for at least one. Oh, we also have Billy.
Yeah.
We got Kryros. Come stay with me, Baz. We will eat biscuits and gravy all day. You hear a lot of like our American friends and that talking about biscuits and gravy and that. It probably doesn't look nice, but I would love to try it.
I don't know.
I'll try anything once, man. Billy who? It shouldn't be the travel. It shouldn't be the traveling Power Ranger fan. It should be the traveling Lego fan.
Oh damn, his Lego City.
Billy,
It's awesome to see.
was it a few weeks ago? I jumped onto Salacious's Lego stream, and Billy was in the chat as well.
Yeah, he
Ended up
showed it
popping on
all.
and showing off his Lego collection. I'm not joking. I think everybody must have had an orgasm that day. The collection Billy's got now, man. When you seen that on day one, it was just a small thing. Now
Yeah,
it's grew
it
massively.
is a city, right?
Aye. And he's also got the roller coaster as well that
Mm.
we've been at for months to come and get one.
Been, yeah, been nagging him so long for that, and finally he got it. And I think till this day he didn't. He hasn't got it to work. So, but it was fun when he bought that thing. I think it's under the city right now.
Oh, Dave, why did you just send me a picture of that, man? That's fucking that avatar stuff looks fucking amazing.
Is really that good? Which company does it?
I don't actually know.
Hasbro, Mattel?
I would assume it would be. No, it's McFarlane.
Oh,
That mech, fucking hell, that mech looks fucking amazing. Like,
well, if it's Farland toys, those are always nice.
I mean, I've seen a few of them, and I've seen the mech, and the mech looks nice, but seeing that, I don't know if it's. I would assume the figures will probably be like a 4-inch scale, 4 or 5 inch
Yeah,
scale.
geek show.
Hey, John, hope you're doing well.
Put the picture up. Dave says.
Just give me a minute because I need to.
I kind of want to see also what this. You've been talking about this yesterday as well. Especially the Mac. You really want that thing, so must be special.
Okay, so.
It's always fun to watch in the background. So much nostalgia always. Does anyone know when that movie is coming out? The new Avatar?
I'm not actually too.
Ah, that's Mochi, the cat. He's gone again. Probably gonna screw around with the camera later.
I don't know if you can. How good you can see that, Rory, but you can see the mech right in the middle.
That looks cool. It's like play sets also. It's not something you see that much.
Ah, so that big from an sea monster thing is actually a remote control.
Hmm.
I really want the mech.
Looks cool. Although a little plasticky, right?
Mm.
I don't really remember it that well.
Just the
And I always like everything to be more metallic, so
it's like that mech man. You could probably easily from an repaint that. Doesn't look like
yeah.
it's going to be an issue if I'm in
As
kind of
long as the
customize.
mold is good.
But I
I
know they're
mean,
also doing the the 6 inch or 7 inch figures as well to go with instead of just having the little play sets.
that kind of looks like that, right? Huh?
But no, no
Well,
caring until you don't really see what they're like until you buy one.
no, it's mostly
They're
what
just
does.
hello, bit. It's good to see you. Hello. Put the picture up. No. There's that
Thank you,
ShadowWiz
Mochi.
who is a cat.
Like I said, that's Mochi.
I'm quite surprised he's not trying to attack the camera tonight.
He
Like he usually
tried.
does.
He tried, and that's when he tried and circle around here.
It's like, give me affection.
Yeah. Well, negative affection is affection too, right?
Oh, definitely. So, do you have any? You got any plans and you got any videos or any content?
Um, yeah, just a little short I'm going to put out for this whole project we have going on. Things I'm gonna buy and gonna get and complete the Jurassic Rangers part.
As I said to you, like last night when we were having a quick chat, man, I was like, you should do one with like different Rangers from different universes, like
Yeah,
different
but
from
that
Shelby's, different from an Aisha's.
yeah, it's gonna be dangerous. I'm not really interested in getting more Jurassic Park toys. Think I have the ones that I want. Wrapped a pack of three.
It would be kind of hard to film it. It's like if you decided to go down that road, it's like with Shelby being the Triceratops, you would have to try and hunt down one.
Yeah, but those things are really way too big.
They're expensive.
I have they're expensive and I have no idea where I'm going to put it. This is smaller. This is I can always find a place for it, but
It's not that if you were going to do that, you would have to maybe see Brian about 3D printing more Shelby heads for you.
yeah,
Because
probably.
of course your expense has been expensive to buy multiple Rangers
Well,
just to get the
if you use the Ranger and just the hat, I only have to buy one, and I did what I actually said. I have six Shelbys then.
But you have
But
got. I know she's your favorite. She's your favorite one, so I can
mm,
understand that. But man, I know we had laughed and joked. It's like, oh, I managed to get one, and then next thing I got another one, and I got another one.
yeah, it's just
Because we all did say that. It's like, what are you going to do with 6 Shelby Rangers? But it's just you get them cheap enough. You've been picking them up cheap enough, so it's not really costing you a lot of money for them.
nah. And that's yeah. they aren't that expensive anymore. Some of them are,
Do
but
you have the Nikago and the Dark Predator? No.
no. Predators are cool. Used to have some Aliens and Predator stuff. I think it's on Purgatory, the attic.
In Purgatory.
Sure, it's
Like the old Kenner ones are cool. Like
mm.
and then I have the undercover. I don't have his armor, but that's undercover alien.
Mm.
That you just know it was this armor that snapped on him that would turn him into like an alien. But he just has the face hugger on him now until I can see if I can acquire the armor for him. As you talk about certain things, it's like they'll be saying, "Why is Barry turning? Why is Baz turning around?" This is well, I've got something here that we're talking about. Get as bad as because I know John does that sometimes. That they'll talk about certain things. It's like, I'll just go and grab it. It's always good, man. It's kind of the weird stuff that when you kind of look at your collection, sometimes it's like, when did I pick this guy up? Or when did I get this guy? Or when did I get that? Or when did I get this? Because with the big hype with the new Modern Warfare game, I completely forgot that I've actually got 3 Modern Warfare 6-inch figures. Completely forgot I had them. I've just noticed them on the fucking shelf and they've been sitting on that shelf for months. So I've got Ghost. I think the other one was Soap. And then I've got female character as well, but I don't know who she was.
Yeah, so many lines you have.
It's just stuff that I've picked up through the years. But the good thing is that, man, I keep talking about like B&M's, and like B&M's is like a discount store in the UK that you can basically get food and stuff in that way. But usually when it comes up to like this time of year, this is when they get all the good stuff in.
Well, it's always.
It's like they get the more modern stuff that's just come out. So you're kind of, not every B&M's has the same stuff. So you might have to go to like 3 or 4 different stores just to pick stuff up, kind of thing. But because what was I looking for? Oh, it's when I picked up that AEW figure. I went to my local one just to see if they had them.
Yeah.
But they never had them in. And then you go to another one. They never had those figures, but they had the other ones. So I keep going back because the one I got the Warhammer figure out of, that shut for like 5 days because they're middle doing they're making the store better because they've went and bought like the shop next to it to extend it to make it massive.
Oh.
So they shut for a few days just so they can get all the aisles and that all sorted out, because it was in there on Saturday. Some of the aisles were shut off because they were trying to get stuff out, kind of thing. But they never had any left. And I kind of wished I picked up the unpainted one by the following weekend. That's like, as I say, every store has different stuff in. One store has a lot of the new Doctor Who stuff. Another store doesn't even have any Doctor Who stuff in. Or one store has all the He-Man or the Origin stuff. Start getting the Origin stuff in. but it's already figures I've already got, kind of thing. That's always handy to pick up. Just hopefully the wee one doesn't watch this tomorrow, but it comes in handy for him because he's giving me a list of stuff that he wants. He wants He-Man, he wants Skeletor, he wants Evil Lyn, he wants he wants Beastman, he wants Trapjaw, and I was like, you're not the only one that needs I want a Trapjaw. I want Trapjaw as well, and that's one figure I can't bloody get out here.
Bass has gotten his.
Oh, he's giving me a list of stuff. He wants the castle. He wants Castle Grayskull and everything, and it's like, he says, well, what you don't get for your Christmas, you might get for your birthday. And I says, you just have to wait and see what Santa brings you. I have got him a couple of bits of He-Man stuff for his Christmas already, but I'm not going to say what it is just in case he's like, he watches that and then he'll ask me tomorrow, so what He-Man stuff have you got me then? That'll be what it'll be like. I'm not telling you, you just have to wait.
I have to go to the other cat. Be back in a second.
No worry, man. Right. I'm trying to tell myself not to buy it, but I'm losing the argument. It's always the same though, like you see something you really want and you end up fighting with yourself to say, do I need it? Do I want it? I've done that a few times. Pick stuff up and it's like, do I really need this? You buy it and then you realise, like, what? I don't need this. The amount of stuff that I've bought over the years is like, I don't really need it, but I want it.
She was just being a queen.
Yeah, the Kenner ones were awesome. Oh, they were. I have a couple. I've got a few of the aliens as well.
Still a crazy thing they made toys of that.
Oh, it's one of those kind of arguments I think every collector's kind of had over the years is like, why did they make an R-rated movie but make toys for kids? Because they've done that with the Terminator, they've done it with RoboCop, they've done it with Aliens.
Those things would never happen now. Not for kids, anyways.
Well, kind of like we're talking about. Oh.
You know he's gonna get something. It's always a surprise what you bring home.
Well, talking about old Kenner stuff.
Oh man. Oh, I remember that figure line. I had that bike when I was a kid.
It's kind of weird because I've got Terminator 2. I've got two figures for Terminator 2 carded, and I've got one for the Future Wars. But I think the Future Wars was meant to be a cartoon of some sort. It never got released or never got done.
Okay. That was fun.
And if you want something kind of weird, and probably one of the wackiest toys ever did was these ones.
I didn't know about those. Oh, that's fun. Don't think they sold them here. Never seen those.
To be honest with you, I've been tempted for years to open this fucking thing up, and I've never. I really like to open it up, but I've kind of like says nope.
Just keep it like that, hanging on its back.
I've always thought I would be able to find another one, but I've never been able to find one.
I've never seen anyone or any of those mask figures. Didn't even know that was Doyline.
I don't think they've done any for the movie. I think they only done
It's
them
for
for
the
the
cartoon.
cartoon kind of
It
thing when the
looks like a
cartoon
cartoon line.
when they done the animated one.
That was a nice show.
I do have a couple of Final Fantasy, the Spirit Within figures as well, but they're too high up to film in to show you. I need to do I maybe need to do a video on them at some point. You're not seeing the mass figures neither.
Never seen those.
See, I think it's with the.
It is always fun to see it.
I don't think the mass stuff's rare. I think it's just hard to come by. You don't see them as often as they used to. But I was kind of lucky enough to get that one carded.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep it on there.
The funny story on that one is that I got that one off of Amazon. There was a third-party seller that was selling stuff on Amazon, but Amazon was fulfilling it. But the picture that he actually had up was the Terminator style one. That's the one that was getting sold. Well, meant to be sold, but that's the one that comes. So when I message the guy back about it, it's like, yeah, see, I forgot to change the picture. Didn't realise it was still the old one up. He says that one's no longer thingy. He says, if you don't want to just send it back, and it's like, no, I'll quite happily have that one. So I always loved that scene when he was in the film in the club. But it's always nicest to have at least, if it's just one item from a toy line. And it's always nice to have stuff that folk have never seen as well.
Yeah.
Or they've maybe seen but never heard of.
I know the series, but I really didn't know they had toys for it. And this is what I said.
It's like my best one.
Always a trip for
memory. It was only a UK thing. A lot of folk never knew that they existed, and it was this guy. A lot of folk would say that it was a knockoff Tron figure. But it's actually from an 80s TV series. Like finding him for technically pennies was a calling.
How is he called?
That is Automan. I don't know if you ever got a series in the Netherlands called Automan. It's basically like a computer thing that come alive kind of thing. It's like a virtual police officer or something. I've not seen this. I've not seen the series for a long time, so I'm not 100% what the series went, but I know he was some sort of computer thing that basically got sent and come alive kind of thing.
Okay.
There was meant to be a second wave. They're meant to be bringing the police officer and all that out in his car and his helicopter that he made, but it never come to be. But I know the carded version of them, and the carded version of them go for like $1,000. Again, crazy what things that we had when we were kids, kind of thing. You wouldn't think 30 or 40 years later that a thing that you had as a child is now, you could basically retire on them.
Yeah, with some of them for sure.
Even Si knew exactly what it was. I remember watching the series on a Saturday afternoon, but I didn't know they actually done the toy. They brought toys out for it. I know Corgi did the vehicles. They done the car. They done the helicopter. I can't remember if it was a bike or not, but I think I might be thinking of Street Hawk. I wish they did a toy line for that, but they never. They only done like cars. They never actually done like proper action figures. I think it would have been a cool line. Well, they done it like the Knight Rider. You got the Knight Rider away from and with a figure on that, but they never done Street Hawk. That would have been. By the way, like the toy companies are now, man, they're bringing stuff out that technically never. They either had a TV series or a cartoon, but there was no toy line to go with that cartoon or that series, or the toy line that they had were like little plastic figurines.
No.
When I heard about the Dungeons and Dragons, man, that's one thing I would jump into. I'd dive into the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Because we never technically got a proper toy line. The toy line was more like the old Willow style toy line.
Yeah, they were more like statues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, articulated figures would be nice.
It's like there's one. It's like they've done the Willow Super 7 reactions, done the Willow stuff. Bringing the Willow stuff out. So once they kind of get hanging over here, I'll be picking them up. And I know with the new Willow series, there's meant to be a toy line, a 6-inch toy line to go with that. I've heard. Don't know if it's true or no, but man, I would love to have be nice to have a Willow action figure in your collection. It's like the one toy line I would love to have back in the day would have been the Never Ending Story.
Oh, damn, yeah.
I would have loved to have had a fucking Falcor,
Rock Monster. Rock.
I loved it. Even the Rock Eater. I think that would have been an awesome.
Rock Eater, that's the name, yeah.
Or the guy on the snail.
Oh yeah, or the guy with the bat.
And then you have like the bat guy. Those things. You never know, man. Super 7 or that probably could do them kind of thing, but it'd be expensive. But
yeah, man.
Imagine like a 6-inch version of that snail or the bat or Falcor. Falcor would probably be slightly bigger, right enough, but can you imagine having a proper articulated Falcor figure with a Sebastian figure that just kind of sits on the back of him, man? It's like everybody's dream.
It is fun how many lines we have now that bring back those older figures. So like with Lightning Collection, with the Marvel Legends, the Star Wars Black Series, brings all those lines together.
Childhood memories, like for myself, growing up with He-Man and Thundercats and Transformers.
Yeah,
it's nice that they've done the origin line that are kind of a resemblance to the original 80s toys, just with an upgraded articulation and maybe an upgraded form and sculpt. And it gives the newer generation, the new collectors of our generation, a chance to pick up stuff that their parents probably had when they were kids.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the only reason my nephew wants like the He-Man stuff because I've got He-Man.
Yeah. That's what my nephew too.
Copy whatever I've got.
Stuff. It's how children are.
I know he really wants Cringer. That's all he thought. He goes, I want Cringer. He wants a Cringer. And it's like, well, I'll speak to Santa and see what I can do. Kind of thing. But that's all he goes on about. I've got a funny feeling one of these nights I'll come in here and one of them will be missing. just taking a little walkies up to his bit.
And then he's scuffling out of the room again, and you have to. What do you have there? Nothing.
Well, technically, he's got a Skeletor because I had a spare Skeletor that I picked up from boot sale. But somebody, I don't know if it's a knockoff Skeletor or not, but the legs, the bottom half is a solid piece. Still had the same gimmick as like the other ones that he's pressed, you hang the arms and it done like the punching thingy. So I think either somebody swapped out the torso or it's a knockoff, but he's quite happy with it. It was like, what does it say? It goes, now I've got Skeletor, now I just need a He-Man. And again, like I was saying to you, is that B&M's has got the Origin stuff in, and every time we go in there on a Friday, he sees the He-Man, he's like, can I get He-Man? It's like, not at the moment. I says, there's no point in buying stuff there now, because we don't know what Santa's going to bring you. And I says, but the thing with my nephew is that he doesn't care if he's got like 10, he wouldn't care if he had 10 He-Man. The amount of wrestling figures that he's got, man, he must have at least 12 John Cena's. And probably out of that 12, they've probably got about at least 4 of the exact same figure. He doesn't. He's one of those kids that doesn't really care that he's got the same.
As long as he has something. Like.
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't care. It's the same when you get in the blind boxing, man. The amount of blind boxes that I pick up from, and I'm probably the unlucky one with some of them because you pick up 2, and it's the exact same fucking thing. It's the exact same figure that's in it.
Yeah.
Thing. And it's the same when we go with him, and because we have, like in the States, they've got the Five Below. So we have a pound shop here called One Below. And they do a lot of the Funko blind boxes and that for £1 or £1.50.
Yeah.
Even though it's meant to be £1 below, they have got some stuff that's slightly above £1, but it's like with they have the Funko blind boxes and they're only like £1.50. So usually if I take him out on a Saturday, we'll go there. He'll spend his pocket money. And 10 times out of 10, he'll come out with 2 the exact same figures, but he doesn't care. He'll just see them. He'll just be quite happily there, sitting on the carpet, playing with them. It doesn't faze him at all.
No problem that it's a double.
But now it's like his pocket money. It's like, I can't spend my pocket money. So I need to save my pocket money up for this toy fair. That's always went on about. For the last couple of weeks is like, when's the toy fair? How many sleeps have we got to the toy fair? Blah, 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 blah. But that's come up for an hour and a half. I think we'll call this one a night, Rory, because I know you've got work in the morning.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I'd just like to say thanks to everybody in the chat for coming and listening to 2 old guys talking
toys and customizations. Yeah, it's always.
But just a quick one, it's just to let everybody know there won't be a live stream next week because I'm going away for the weekend. So there will not be one until the following Thursday.
Fair enough.
But I know we usually do 2 hours, but I know you've got work in the morning, my friend, so I want to make sure. And it doesn't help that there's a time difference between us as well.
Nah, just 1 hour in the future.
Oh, thank you, Si.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody else that's been in the chat. And
yeah, it's been fun. Fun night, guys.
Well, I'm not as good as Chris at saying goodbye kind of thing. He's the one that's got
I'm getting
he's the
more
one that
free
does all
free,
the
but
intros and that, but I do appreciate everybody. It's like I say, thanks Rory for coming on tonight and talking
sure,
to us,
man.
and thanks for everybody that's in the chat as well, that supported us as well over the last 6-7 months. I can't believe my YouTube's growing. Like yourself, I mean, you're nearly on. Was it 750 now?
Over that.
Are you over that now?
Yeah. 766.
Oh, nice. See, I could see you hitting 1,000 subs before Christmas. Easy.
If things go like this, views are. It's crazy how things are going.
Oh, definitely. But
Never expected that as well. So
we'll call this a night and
yeah,
catch everybody up later.
ladies, everyone.
Bye.